Hello, Internet. This is Douglas here, and I'm going to get interviewed by a game called Werewolves. It is not a video game, it is a board card game. It is a social game. The goal of the game is for two teams, the werewolf side and the non-werewolves. The non-werewolves' goal is to basically vote out all the werewolves. The werewolves' goal is to kill everyone else, but your role is anonymous, so basically, there's a bunch of different roles. Some are just normal, some are werewolves, and some are special power people. And you need a large group to play this game. It's similar to Mafia. Mafia is a smaller version, with really only a doctor in Mafia. I've played it before. The more complicated version is Werewolves. It requires a lot more people, though. Abby is going to interview me on Werewolves. And, yeah. My new scar.
It's pretty hardcore. Well, I don't think it's quite scarred yet. So Douglas, what is Werewolves?
Werewolves is a game. It's a card game. It's similar to Mafia, as I just said. So I'll quickly go through the basic rules. So I said there's werewolves, there's two sides, and there are two times a day, the daytime and the nighttime. Nighttime is when everyone's asleep, and when I call their name, asleep is like. But when I call their narrator, which is like a neutral third party, sort of the game master, calls their name, their character's name, they sort of come up, and every character has a special ability. Some characters don't wake up in the night. Normal villagers are just normal. And after the night's over, you get to see, you get to basically, when it's daytime, people get to share info they got from the night. And also, they get to vote. So, there's a sheriff, which is voted on. And the sheriff sort of has two votes instead of one vote for who to kill, and starts the voting, and they choose for the next sheriff or inherits it. And also, there's so Abby, should I go through the characters or no?
Well, why are they voting to kill someone?
They vote to kill someone who they think are werewolves, or the werewolves in their case aren't another werewolf. So the werewolves want to try to stay anonymous, and the non-werewolves want to try to identify all the werewolves and kill them all. So, Abby, should I go over the powers of every card or no?
You can if you want.
Alright.
Or you could pick a couple, main ones.
Alright, so there's one of the main ones is the werewolves, the famous card of the game. Without the werewolves, this game would not exist. Werewolves basically wake up when I say werewolves awaken, and to agree on someone to kill at night. I will then flip over their card so the witch can see them. So the witch has two potions, a heal potion and a kill potion. They can each use both of their potions once in a game. The heal and the kill. Thumbs up, heal. Thumbs aside, nothing. Thumbs down, kill. And they get to see basically who died. They could heal them. And there's a defender who wakes up before the werewolves and chooses someone to defend. Which, if the werewolves attack it, they get defended and that person doesn't die. Also, at the very beginning of the day, the narrator will tell a story of how people died or didn't die, and then basically, if you get to make a final speech when you're voted on. If you get 7 votes or more, you don't get to make a final speech. And so some of the other powers are the witch, which I sort of explained, the werewolves, and one of the other main ones is the defender and the little girl. The little girl can can peek during the werewolf's time of the night. If the werewolves point to the little girl, catch them peeking, and mouth the little girl to me, or the narrator, the narrator will either nod their head or shake their head. Nod means yes, shake means no. And the little girl will die of fright if they are and that won't count as the werewolves killing someone. So if you're a little girl, you get to see who the werewolves are, but you want to be discreet about it. So really, you only have to wake up on the first night. The next few nights, you're good. Another important character is the thief. The thief, in the beginning of the game, gets shown 2 cards, which they will play as that identity of the one they choose for the rest of the game. So they basically have like a choice between 2 cards. Then there is so a friend of mine made up a card, which is not played in the original version of the game, but we find it nice. It's called the Sleep Keeper. They wake up at the beginning of the night, and they choose one person not to wake up. Also, on the very first night, the Cupido, so the first one awakened ever is the thief, then the Cupido, and then the Sleep Keeper. So the Cupido chooses 2 lovers. The lovers cannot do anything against each other. Those are lovers. And yeah, that's really Cupido's job. And
there are a couple more, but you're gonna have to run to do philosophy in a couple minutes.
Cool. So there's like a few others, but apparently I don't have enough time to talk about them. All right, what's your next question?
What do you like about playing werewolves?
Werewolves?
Yeah.
I like the mystery when you're playing. I also like being the narrator to see how people respond to all the information given. It's hard being the narrator because, oh wait, you're going to ask,
you can answer.
Alright, I'll answer what you actually asked. Well, I really enjoy sort of the mystery, like who's the werewolf, and trying to gather information. And sometimes being the little girl to die, so you can try and convince people. Saying, sometimes being someone who has no idea who the werewolves are is sort of nice. You can maybe get hints. You have to choose who to believe and who not to believe. And if you're the werewolf, you gotta sort of stay anonymous. So, and the narrator just sort of gets to see all of this happening. Sort of like a spectator in a way, except more involved. That's the real fun of werewolf, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And you started to answer already, but what is challenging about being the game master?
The game master? It's hard to control everyone. Lots of rule breaking. The dead people and non-players sometimes give away information, which I wish they would do. And also, it's challenging to sort of, really there's not too much other challenge, but the main challenge is to sort of know everything you have to do as the game master. You have to know the rules pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Is there anything that you do to help with these challenges that you'd want to share with other people who want to be game masters?
I really don't. There is one thing which I don't really like doing because I think it affects the gameplay. But if you talk while someone else is talking, you lose your vote for that round. I don't really like that because that affects the gameplay too much. I can just tell them that I'm not going to do that, but still try not to speak over anyone. And also at nighttime, the place I do this in, people love just saying like orange soda at nighttime. And it's sort of annoying when you talk at nighttime. It sort of ruins the game a little bit. And also like feeling for other people, that ruins the game. So I feel like ideally you'd be like not close to anyone, like so you can touch them or really hear them moving up. So because but unfortunately that usually happens, and the werewolves are identified pretty soon in the game.
Those are all my questions. Is there anything else you'd want to share real quick?
Not really. Werewolves is awesome. And there are these action cards. I don't play with them, but action cards have power, like, affect the game. I don't really know how they work. They sound pretty cool, though. That is Werewolves in a nutshell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Douglas.
And it's about time for me to run to philosophy. Alright.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.